Nero, ayy, you ain't know this shit gangster. You ain't never had a talk with that motherfucking range. You ain't never took a rip, put your life in some danger. You ain't living my life, I ain't feeling my anger.
You ain't never did shit gangster. The street by my heart turn a young nigga painless. Pack coming in, got a young nigga gaining. Money keep coming on me, shit changing. Think for you, reef for you, end up brainless.
What's going on? It's your girl TampaMystic, and we are live on the industry's most wanted podcast. Listen, I got some special guests checking in tonight. I got two young fellas here with me. Man, I appreciate you guys being here. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Nero Glace
HP Debo.
We from Memphis.
Man, shout out to Memphis in the building. Give me some love. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Come on over here. Bam. You dig? We transfer an energy. That's what we do. At the top, it's almost like praying. At the top of every interview, we got to transfer good energy to make a great interview. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so shout out to Memphis first and foremost. I've done a lot of Memphis interviews, a lot of talent out there. So, but it's your time to shine, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's talk about, your journey a little bit, and we're going to take it back. Before music, I always like to know, did you aspire to do something before music?
Like before music, yeah, I'm gonna take the, regular route, like go to college and try to be like, get some degree.
Okay, any idea what you wanted to do? You want to be a doctor?
I had went for a semester for like mechanical engineering.
Oh, okay, that's dope. No, what about you?
I ain't see no other route. This the only route for me.
Yeah, music was it for you, like since a youngin'.
It's like it's telling a story.
It really is, because not only can you tell your story, but you can also share other people's journey. Like if you have people that are close to you, you can, obviously
be their voice.
Be their voice and feel their struggle. Or if you got people that's passed or whatnot, you can continue the legacy for them as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about growing up in Memphis. Both you guys grew up in Memphis?
Yes, ma'am. I'm from Orange, man.
I'm from the north.
Listen, there's so much talent out there. Just going back, shout out to Player Fly, shout out to Moneybag Yo, shout out to Casino Jizzle. I've interviewed all these guys, along their journey. Drummer Boy Fresh, and shout out Long Live Young Dolph. Like, these are all guys that I've had sit here and do interviews with along their journey. And it's just amazing to see them rise up, because I always like to catch them on the early part. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So there's going to be one day I'm going to be talking about you guys like that, right?
You're going to see us real soon.
Why music?
Music, well, my granddad was, real big into music growing up, like, with the CDs, mixtapes and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I'm a mixtape junkie. I get it.
Yeah, like he used to put mixtapes together and stuff like that. And he had a friend, DJ, Sonny D, used to be on the radio back in Memphis and stuff like that. So I've been around music since a youngin'.
Right, exactly. You just grew. It's a passion for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Tupac just did it for me.
What's your favorite Tupac song?
Everything They Owe.
Man, Pac is such an inspiration. Just a quick little sidebar, y'all, because I'm an OG, a super OG. My very first tattoo when I was I think I was 18 when I got it. It said Thug Life, and I had it right here on my leg. And then I cried when he died and all that. So, yeah, Pac is a major inspiration, not just for musicians, but just for a lot of people, because he was so deep with his music.
Big influence.
Man, and he's legendary, too. Even though he passed, people still listen to his music today. So that's the legacy you guys want to leave, excuse me. Yeah. Live and leave, you know what I'm saying?
So.
Who was it for you? Like, Pac was the inspiration. Did you have I know you said that, you said your grandpa's, right? That did the mixtapes and stuff like that?
Yeah, but when I was growing up, he did a lot of R&B, so I used to hear like a lot of R. Kelly and stuff like that.
Oh, shout out to R. Kelly. Even though he a weirdo, he got great music.
Yeah, he got great music. That man great when it comes to making music.
Facts.
As far as hip-hop,
legend.
I started listening to a lot of hip-hop as far as like when, Chicky came out around that. I was in middle school around that time.
Yeah.
And then after that, Yo Gotti. I grew up on a lot of Yo Gotti.
For sure.
Man, shout out to Yo Gotti. Like, I love that he is such a boss, because he's putting other people in a position to win.
Yeah, he got a lot of knowledge. He be teaching them folks how to boss up real quick.
That's what it's all about. Like, Yo Gotti is kind of like the Master P of my era. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little older than y'all. But, Master P was that guy, too, at his, peak, because he was putting so many other artists in a position while he was still doing so many different business ventures.
That's what legends do.
Going on.
Exactly. That's what legends do. Big facts, man. Be all the way G with me. I know there's a lot going on in Memphis. Obviously, Long Live Young Dolph. I know Snooty didn't get assassinated out there, but, he's from that area. Memphis is shook right now, right?
Yeah, after that Dolph passing went on, it was crazy. Like the whole day, After he got shot, I heard about a good 1,000 shots in the air.
Right. You can't go
I'm
outside.
hearing
Yeah.
tires screeching like they was
Duck
going-
and cover for
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
Ain't want no reason to be outside. You ain't had no good reason to be out there.
Right, because it's not safe. Because they could not necessarily be shooting at anybody, but a bullet don't have a name or a face on it. Like you could get caught in the crossfire.
Especially when folks hurt, no matter who get it, they trying to let their anger out. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
Right, man. So, over the years since you started doing music, how's Memphis treated you on the music scene?
As far as music wise, a lot of the engineers showed me love. I go to Level Studios out from Mendenhall or whatever. They showed me a lot of love. I was putting work in.
Yeah.
I wasn't always blessed with the talent of music or whatever, but I put like a whole summer in. Like I was there every day, a whole summer. So, they started showing love, let me come in, record for free and stuff like that. Recently, putting us on songs, getting features and stuff in. Trying to push us more, but like I've been getting a lot of love recently.
It's a work in progress. It's with anything you do, film, radio. When we all started, we weren't good at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We got to start somewhere, and like they say, practice makes perfect. You have to be consistent.
That's what you gotta do. Some a craft you want to do, you gotta be consistent.
Consistent. You can't go to the gym and do 5 crunches and get a 6-pack. I sure wish I could, but you can't.
Nah, it don't work like that.
I mean, I was born with it. So, I mean, R&B.
You look like a rapper.
R&B.
You know what I'm saying? You look like do you sing?
Nah,
I'm about to say, let me find out though, because I was gonna make you sing right now. Nah, that's dope. And that's the thing too. Perception is everything, right?
That's real.
You want to, as artists, especially you guys are young men, right? Like you're mature, you're grown, but you're still young men. You have to look a certain role, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
without overdoing it.
You gotta have that image for them.
You got to have that image for them. You got to make it believable. Has that been like, you guys are both fly, you dress fresh to death, but has that been something that, you've had to kind of work on a little bit because, transitioning from just being a guy that gets up, maybe going to work to like, hey, I'm going to be a superstar?
I ain't never went to work.
Man, far as image wise,
Not everybody has that luxury.
Yeah, when you coming out now, I realize you gotta keep your hair done. You gotta keep your clothes up and stuff like that. You can't come out looking like a slouch.
Nah, for
You
real.
don't know who gonna see you. You might run into somebody big and they be like, he don't look marketable. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta look marketable. Shit like stuff like that.
Absolutely. You have to present yourself as such. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. And I think that's dope because a lot of artists forget that part. You know what I'm saying?
It's part of the business.
A lot of stuff.
It's part of the business.
Steps you gotta do.
Right. What would you say throughout your process in this music business? And I'm going to ask you this first because, you were talking about the business. This is a business. A lot of people get it twisted and be like, oh, it's a music game, the rap game. We ain't playing no games. It's the music business, right?
Business. I ain't gonna make no friends.
No new friends. We have a lot of associates, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, what would you say along your journey in this music business has been the biggest struggle that you had to overcome?
What I could say is, I could say judgment, you know what I'm saying? Judgment gonna come with it.
Yeah, a whole lot of that.
But you can't never take it in the wrong way. You just gotta suck it up and keep moving and work on your flaws.
That's right. Exactly. And a lot of constructive criticism. You can't have you can't be sensitive in this business.
Yeah.
You got to have thick skin, right?
Yeah.
Because there's going to be haters. Even though you could be the dopest artist ever, they going to say, oh, he not good or his music whack or whatever. We going to hear that type of stuff.
Yeah, it's part of the hate.
Part of it. What about you, bro? Like, what's been like the biggest struggle that you had to overcome throughout music?
It was really just just learning how to, make music and make real songs.
Yeah.
Because, like, some people get in the studio and just go in there and drop some bars, but they don't know how to construct the song.
I like this guy.
Facts.
You know
I like this dude.
Yeah, I did a lot of research.
I can tell.
I listen to music. I listen to, like, what make this song good. You know what I'm saying? And just take little pieces like that. Then, you can get your audience like that, add to your own, blueprint, and do it your own way.
Absolutely. The way you construct a song can take it from a good song to a platinum selling record.
Most definitely.
You have to learn. I say this, I heard Prince say this a long time ago. Your voice is an instrument.
Yeah,
It is.
facts.
And you have to use it as such. Sometimes you got to get a little melodic. Even if you got to throw a little auto-tune on there, that's cool. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to switch it up from bar, you know, like every 4 bars, you should be switching your flow up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Speed it up, slow it down, give them something different. Because if it sounds the same all the way through as a music consumer, people are going to be like, oh, that's boring.
Yeah, they gonna,
Gotta have
they gonna tune
wordplay.
out. They gonna tune out.
Yes, facts, man. So let's talk about your creative process. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. I'm always interested in this part because everybody's, you know, for the most part the same, but some people have a little bit different on how they actually bring their music together. Do you write?
Yeah, I write in, I freestyle as well.
Okay.
So it depends on the type of song I'm trying to do. I'm trying to like, get like deep, and I want you to feel me. I sit down and write, so I don't mess up, and I want you to know exactly the message I'm trying to get off.
Right. Or if it's like a club fun record, that's something you could probably
I can
just
go
freestyle it.
That's all the energy and stuff like that.
Right. And for those type of songs, you need it to be on the spot, very organic, because that's when you're going to be able to deliver the most energy. That raw energy.
All it really takes is the beat, really.
Exactly. And you gotta be in the right element, the right vibe, the right setting. You said you got a good studio that you go to out there. You're comfortable around the people that are there. All that plays into it.
It really does.
You know, you go to a new studio and you don't know the engineer from nothing, and there's random people moving around in there. You're not going to really be able to catch a vibe like that because it's like you're slightly uncomfortable. You don't know these people or what their intentions are, right?
Yeah, I had experiences like that before in the past.
Yeah, so it's good that you got a home base that you go to.
Yes, ma'am.
What about you, man? Do you write?
Yes, because I'm big on storytelling.
Yeah.
Yes, like when I go in the studio, I have all my music already prepared. I just be ready to go.
You got it on your phone? You got a notepad on your phone? Is that how you do it?
Yeah, I got it on my phone.
I got a bazillion notes on my phone.
Gotta open the notes, so gotta have the notes.
Got to.
It's someone had me beat though. I got probably 200 and something notes on my phone. I interviewed someone last night and he had over 600. I said, whoa.
He coming like me.
Yeah.
I had a lot of notes. I had a lot of notes.
So you talked about, you know, the production, how that can put you into the vibe that you create for the song. You know, who are some of the producers you've worked with?
As far as like beat making,
Yeah, as far as beat making.
I got my own personal producer now, Treasy. He out of Memphis too.
Okay.
So I've been trying to, you know, find people that like, so I can find my own style of beats. I don't want to look at nobody else's beats. You know, I don't want to type in Lil Baby, Moneybag Yo. I want some Nero type beats.
Nah, for real. You want people to be searching for Nero type beats.
Yeah, when they hear that beat, they like, yeah, that's something he'll hop on.
Exactly.
You know
Right. Hey, I like this dude, man. Like you really got a good understanding of how this works. Both you guys do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's so important because, you know, a lot of artists that I sit down with and have these conversations with, they don't even know what an MP3 is. And I'm not trying to be mean, but it's like you got to learn the
you gotta know
basics.
what you're doing.
the super basics before you start doing anything else. You get what I'm saying?
I just want to hop in that water. It ain't like that. It ain't that easy.
And they can't even swim.
It ain't that easy.
Yeah.
What's keeping you pushing? What's keeping you motivated, man? Because, you know, there's a lot of ups and downs in this business.
Man, the beats keep me pushing.
Okay.
I ain't worried about nobody but myself.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I got to prevail.
that's right. Big facts, man. So let's talk about that a little bit, you know, prevailing. Where do you want to go with your music career?
I want to go to the top. I'm trying to touch the whole world.
Yeah.
That's why I just didn't want to be local. I wanted to be in every zone. I want to be on every phone.
Right. You want to be, it's bigger than your city. Memphis is a beautiful city, a whole bunch of talent, but it's bigger than Memphis. There's a whole world out there, right?
You gotta
Whole
travel and
world.
go find it.
Yes. Do you want to sign at some point, or would it have to be a situation that really made sense, or you want to stay independent?
I mean, I really want to stay independent, but if I get hit with a good deal,
Yeah. They got to be throwing them M's.
then I'll consider it.
Yeah.
But I really want to try and take that route.
It's got to make sense, especially if you guys are artists that are already doing it for yourselves, already, you know, catching a buzz by yourself and already booking your own stuff. It's like, okay, you don't necessarily need a label unless you really want that financial backing. Really slick. You know what I'm saying? What about you? Is that something that you would want to think about ever doing, or does it just depend on the situation?
It really depends on the label, and it also depends on the numbers and like the contract. If I get a contract, I still want to keep my creative process.
Yes,
You know, be
that's
able to
big.
Handle when I drop. I don't want to be shelled. You know, I don't want to get shelled, nothing like that. And the numbers got to be good too, cause I get the money. We gonna get that and try to make it work we ain't gonna just rely on the label.
Yeah.
We gonna put that money to work still. Like we independent with the label.
Absolutely. That's why you got to sign yourself.
That's what.
Slick. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not, start your own label, sign yourself. And not to say that if another big deal came onto the table, you couldn't take it. Because there's a lot of artists that are signed to independent labels like TIG, but they're also got to deal with like Atlantic Records or something. You get what I'm saying?
That's right. I already started my own label though, RTO Records.
Risk takers only.
Oh, y'all are some risk takers.
Yeah.
That's why I rock with y'all, because I'm a major risk taker.
This is the route,
You
know what I'm
ain't
saying?
taking no risk, you ain't doing nothing.
Can we talk about that? Because I'm a major risk taker. Like, I have been my whole entire life, and thank you, God, that every time I've taken a risk, it's worked out, right?
Yeah, you got to.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it's worked out better than I anticipated. So with that being said, man, what would you say within this music business, if you don't mind sharing, or some of the risks that you've had to take that worked out for you?
As far as like, getting some features and stuff like that, because at first when you first get in music, you don't understand the price and like, is this person worth this amount of money?
Word.
So I go look online. I look at the numbers.
You gotta do your homework.
Cause I'm not gonna go spend a couple $1,000s and I ain't gonna get nothing, bro.
No buzz.
Facts.
Cause some people only get buzz on certain platforms. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
exactly. And two, you want to make sure if you breaking bread with this artist, they gotta at least help you, at least share it on their social media or something.
Yeah, you gotta ask that up front. You know what I'm saying? That it's come with a video. You gotta ask what everything come with.
Yeah.
Some people just pay the money and thinking they get everything to come with it, and they gotta pay more afterwards.
They gotta pay for them to be in the music video, and they gotta pay them to help them promote it, and this, that. So you're right. That's a great piece of advice. That's a great tip. I'm glad that you said that, because a lot of these aspiring artists need to hear that.
They gotta know what they're doing with it.
Yeah.
You don't wanna waste no money.
And get a contract if you can, Slick. That way, if they say, they'll make an appearance in the music video, but it's all verbal, you ain't got nothing to stand on.
I had an artist. I had a bigger artist too. He signed. I don't want to say no names, but he didn't want to sign no contract when I wanted to get it like with the video.
Yeah.
And, he didn't want to do all that. He wanted to keep it all word of mouth.
Yeah, we
I had to back up out of that.
Nah, for real, because you got to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Period. Even though he might think he on a higher level, shoot, you might zoom past him and pass him up and get bigger than him.
Yeah, no big name. They'll try to talk to you like some little boys or whatever.
Listen, I'm already knowing that. That's why I don't deal with a lot of these celebrity artists that I could, because of their arrogance that's there. Yeah. I don't want that. We transfer good energy when we started, right?
Gotta be good energy all the time.
Can't walk in here with no ego.
Period. I ain't dealing with it, because I'll send their butt right up out of here. I'm like, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? What's one of the biggest risks that you've taken throughout music that's worked out for you?
Well, I can say is my biggest risk was just putting the time and the patience into it itself.
Absolutely.
Because life gonna keep going without you.
Right, and we can't get that time back.
Yeah, true.
Facts.
So every move we make has to make sense. That's what my OG told me. Shout out OG Bigger Rankin. I moved to Atlanta back in 2013, right? 2014, I lost my job that I had been at for 12 years. And Bigger was the first person I called. I was like, they laid me off. What am I going to do? And he said, baby, if you want to do this music, you know how Bigger talk. Y'all know Bigger Rankin, right?
Yeah.
Baby, if you want to make it work, every move you make has to make sense. And I haven't been back to work for nobody since, and that was the biggest blessing. It was a risk.
Big risk.
It was a huge risk, because I didn't know where my next dollar was going to come from. Dollar for dollar.
You could have been scared and, just went back to the basics trying to get a regular job.
Period. And I said, you know what? Never again. I don't want anybody to control me.
Hey, the boss up, look at you now.
Yeah, exactly. Because when you work in God's favor, that's how it works.
Yeah, put your faith in yourself too, because you're going to do whatever was best for you. A job, they can lay you off anytime. Absolutely.
They did. I was there for 12 years. I was making a whole lot of money over there, but it wasn't what God had in store for me. You know what I'm saying? So, when God says move, move, right?
Had to walk in your path.
That's right. Exactly. My journey took a detour, and it was for the better. What do you guys got going on in your city right now? I know that's, again, it's been a little crazy, long live young adult, but, are there performance events, stuff like that going on for independent artists, or are you having to leave the city to do that?
As far as right now, I do a lot of stuff outside the city.
Yeah, for sure.
It'd be cool in the city, but Memphis like real small, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it don't be a lot of events going on, but I done found like more exposure outside the city than inside the city.
Absolutely. And not only that, like we said earlier, it's bigger than Memphis. Yeah, you want your face to be known worldwide, right?
Yeah.
one thing that I always tell artists, and you guys are very business savvy, so you probably already are doing this, is check your analytics. Like, look at your Spotify and see where people are streaming your music.
Yeah, that's what I be checking out.
Do that for sure.
That's where the markets you need to tap into.
While we be in Texas a lot,
Right.
We trap out there a lot. We come to Atlanta a few times. We might go out to New York or something. Go hit Cali.
Yeah, he
But
Cali
like
for
Texas,
sure.
I got a nice size fan base out in Texas, so I be out there like every couple months.
That's what you got to do. You got to tap into the markets. The ones that are rocking with you, you got to go rock with them.
Yes, man. 'Cause fans gonna go anywhere with you.
Absolutely. Do y'all know Ray Stacks?
Ray Stacks.
She's a female artist out there in Memphis.
She sound familiar.
Sound
I had to
familiar.
look at
That's my girl, man. Y'all look her up. She's really dope. You know what I'm
Gotta
saying?
check
Like
her out.
she's
Shout out Ray States, man.
she's dope, man. Like we gotta represent for the ladies. You dig? Y'all would catch a vibe with her because she's just a cool person. What you got coming up? You know, we'll say like in the next 3 to 6 months. What can we expect to see from you?
I got some more collabs with my cousin. We gonna hit the From the Block.
Oh yeah, that's a great platform.
Yeah, we already got one with them right now. Finna hit 20K. We did like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna hit another, spin the block one more time. Go
Yeah.
ahead, showing we for real. With it, you feel me? Showing we for
Absolutely.
real. And then we gonna go, work on a couple videos and then drop them on our platform and probably some more platforms in Memphis.
Absolutely. There's so many dope platforms out there, and I'm like the type of person I want to pay homage to all of them. You get what I'm saying? Because
ma'am.
as an artist, you need all of them.
Yeah, I
do.
pay
You know-
homage too.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Because, you talked about Pac, for example, right? I pay homage to people like the Breakfast Club because I aspire to be at that level one day. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, some people who do what I do, be like, forget them. No, like I watch their interviews all the time because it's like I aspire to be at that level. We got to study the people who are doing bigger things than us.
Yeah, 'cause you
Right,
can always
right.
take something from it and add to your game. You know what I'm saying? With
Right.
your own flavor to it, you can probably make it better.
Because the person that's back over there doing less than you sure can't tell you how to get there.
You right.
Not at all.
Most definitely. What can we expect from you coming up?
I got, like he said, I got a collab coming out with him, Nero.
Dope.
I got a single finna come out and drop a video to that.
Yeah.
Just working, you know what I'm saying? Trying to see what platforms gonna help me gain following.
Most definitely. That's what you got to do because one of you guys mentioned earlier, I think it was you, that not everybody uses the same platform. Some people have a major fan base on TikTok, but they're struggling on Instagram, or they might have a big fan base on Instagram, but they're struggling on Twitter or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to try to hit each and every one,
Oh, definitely.
Put your work out there on as many platforms as possible because that's how you're going to gain your biggest fan base.
I want to hit that YouTube so bad because I'm all about visuals. I'm a visual learner, so I like good visuals.
YouTube University, boy. Before I do anything, I go to YouTube and look up a video. I'll be like,
Everybody gonna be on YouTube.
Right.
nah, me too. And that's why it's so important that I put all my videos up there because that's YouTube is so universal because you don't have to have an app.
Right.
You can watch it from your browser, from your smart TV, all that. You know what I'm saying? So
Shout out to
And
Soulja Boy for
And
that.
it's free too. No subscription.
and it's free. But as an artist, if you got your business together, you're gonna still get paid off of it.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the goal, man. It's like, I don't do this all for the money because, I love it. We do it. If you do something for the love, the money gonna come, right?
Most definitely.
Oh, definitely.
Most definitely. You gotta do it.
What's a highlight moment for you so far?
As far as music,
Yeah.
I think the first show I did, it wasn't even my show. I popped up, I was brought on stage, and then everybody in the crowd started rocking with me more than the artist. That really my highlight. That was like, oh yeah, so, yeah.
That's a whole vibe right there. Was it in Memphis?
I was in Texas.
It was in. You might have to get a second home out there. It sounds like Texas
That's
really
the home
rocking
away
with
from
you.
home.
Yeah.
I be out there like a lot of love, features. Like my first features, paid features came from Texas. Folks only heard one song from.
Man, that's a blessing, bro. Like
Most
you
definitely.
putting that work in. What's been a highlight moment for you? I know you've had a few, but give me one.
I could say was when I stepped out my comfort zone.
That's a big one.
Yeah, I had to learn how to show myself to the world,
Yeah.
and that's kind of different when you be in your shell all the time.
It is, absolutely, because if you're kind of an introverted type person, you got to learn to break out of that in this business.
Yeah, so basically I had to go sit down and heal my mind up, my conscience, and just step out, put myself out there.
Yeah.
That's the best way. That's the best way, and the only way it's gonna happen.
Absolutely. What for anybody that's out there, again, aspiring artists, you guys been doing this for a little minute, right? What advice would you give them on that? Because some artists don't want to leave their house. They just want to post on social media, and you got to do more than that. What advice would you give them?
I would say, bro, go outside, go talk to people, and ask them how my music sound and perform in front of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go perform in front of your mama, do something crazy.
I know, right? Mom Deuce she gonna let you know, because she gonna look at you crazy if she don't like it, or she gonna be like, that's my baby, if she loves it, right?
That's what I did with my granddad. I go pick my granddad from work and play the music.
Oh, that's so
if
sweet.
he liked it, then I'm like, all right, bet. Gonna say he was real into music, so he'll tell me, you need to add this and do that, give me some criticism, some feedback, and I'm like, yeah, we going in the right path.
Absolutely. You want to take advice from people like that who's going to give it to you real.
Yeah, keep it real, 100.
Absolutely. What song would you say that you put out that started gaining some notoriety for yourself?
Ooh, I had put some old stuff on back, probably a couple years back on SoundCloud.
Okay.
And they had did well, but as far as recently, the collab I did with my cousin, I said, I only expected it to hit like 5K total. It's gonna hit 20 in like 2 months. You know what I'm saying?
It's a blessing.
Yeah, we were just we was in New Orleans just chilling. We was living out in New Orleans for like a month and a half, and we were just outside sitting in the car across the subway, and I just had the idea. I'm like, I got a good topic we can write, rap about. So we just found the studio and went to it. We didn't really go to it. We went to it later. We probably got to another one. Then they canceled on us. I know we were like an hour away.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? They ran to this.
Hour in Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge, we had to drive an hour back to New Orleans. Then met this First Class, dude named First Class. Best engineer I probably went to.
Shout out to him.
That's dope.
Best engineer I went to.
That's dope, man. But that's good because God realigned that for you. Because you probably, if you would have pulled up to the other spot that canceled, it could have been super whack. Engineer could have been terrible.
It would have been a whole different energy.
Yeah, exactly. And that's really a shot in the dark. When you heading into a spot that you've never been, you don't know what to expect.
That's true. Because we was in we in New Orleans. We from Memphis. We was out there in New Orleans. Just got the idea to go make some music. We weren't doing nothing, just chilling, every day, just chilling in the car, day by day. And I got the idea, then we went and did it. Been good since.
The energy on that song was crazy.
Yeah. That's what people are loving, the energy, right?
Most definitely.
Yes.
People want to feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to say there's anything wrong with making pain music, because you got to do that sometimes, too, to get stuff off your chest, right?
Yeah.
But to balance that, you got to have stuff for the ladies. You got to have something for the smokers. You got to have something for the clubs. You got to have a little bit of everything, right?
You got to be versatile.
Got to be super versatile. What would you say is your favorite bar that you ever wrote?
Ooh, favorite bar? I don't know if everybody wrote. I wrote a lot of stuff. I'm really into writing hooks.
Okay, what's your favorite hook then?
My favorite. Really, the most recent one we just did, topic, I feel like the man of the year.
Yeah.
That's just a line, but I feel like the man of the year, but I don't want to give you too much. I'm waiting for you to drop so you can hear it.
Nah, for real.
But that's the topic of the song. I feel like the man of the year. Then the energy, really telling you how we living.
Yeah.
And why we feel so good and why we should feel how we feel.
Yeah.
I love that. It's uplifting.
Most definitely.
We need that. What about you? Favorite hook bar that you ever wrote?
I could say Rosetta got stones in the watch and the glizzy.
Keep going. You ain't gotta stop. You ain't gotta stop right there. You can spit something if you want to. I'm just saying.
I mean, we got I got the Dom Perignon, We Pop When We Cheer. That's gonna be on the man of the year.
Dope. That's what's up, man. Like, do you get excited every time you hear your music over and over again?
It get better every time I hear it.
I be blushing.
Yeah, we did that,
Are you hard on yourself?
I'm real hard on myself as far as music. I already do the same song. If I don't like it, probably like 10 times in a row.
Are you hard on yourself?
Very hard on myself.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if don't nobody be hard on me, who is?
Nah, for real. I think a lot of people, I'm definitely super hard on myself. Sometimes I go to bed at night and I can't sleep because I'm just thinking about stuff.
I think over and over at night, the better way I could have did or what I'm finna do tomorrow, I be playing a lot. But as far as making the music, I'm real hard on myself because I'm looking at it like a fan. Cause
right.
I like music. I love music. So I'm like, well, I listen to this, I can do better. That sound like off. Let me do, you know what I'm saying?
This ain't nothing to play with.
Absolutely.
Put some quality music out, real quality.
That's good. Anything that you do, whether you have a clothing brand or music or whatever, you have to put yourself in the consumer shoes. If you come out with a clothing brand, you have to be like, would I wear that if I was a consumer and it wasn't my brand? You know what I'm saying? You have to think, and same thing with your music. Would I want to listen to that if it wasn't my song? So that's good that you do that. You put yourself in someone else's shoes and think about it that way.
Got to.
But sometimes it be the ones you don't really like that they love the most. I'm sure you've experienced
I
that.
experienced that too. I'm like, you like this?
Me too.
I ain't really feeling it. It is what it is.
I was like, bro, I was slacking that day for real.
But that sometimes be their favorite one. And that could be the one that takes you to that next level. You know what I'm saying? Do you work with same producer or the beat maker?
I like Huncho the Nero, and Draco for sure.
Okay. That's dope, man. Like, you got to have somebody on your team or somebody you work with that understands your vibe.
Most definitely.
Do they ever bring you outside your comfort zone?
Yeah, for our Treasy, because Treasy do a lot of different types of beats. He a real versatile, producer.
Yeah.
He ain't really just stuck to the Memphis flow. Like, a lot of people be stuck on one flow, one type of beat. He switch it up. Like, you can't really tell he from Memphis making beats.
I love that. That's important because it's going to force you to do a different type of sound, which you have to do.
Most definitely. That's why I pursued him, because I was hearing this stuff and I was like, bro, we can do something.
Yeah, you don't want people to
sound.
listen and necessarily say, oh, yeah, they from Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Do you want them to be guessing, like, damn, where they from? Like, they got a really dope sound. I can't quite pinpoint where they from. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. What's very, very, very next for you? What you going to, like, when you get back home to the city, what you going to do?
So when I get back home to the city, I'm working on the next trip. We can go out to Texas, probably shoot like 3 or 4 videos.
No South by Southwest?
That came up this week, right?
Yeah, it's going on right now.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff to do in the 80s weekend, so
I feel you. Me too. Me too. I'm gonna keep it all the way G on that real quickly. I think that stuff like that, it's kind of a bittersweet because there's a lot of performance opportunities, but there's a bazillion other artists out there.
There's a bunch of stages. Like, everybody got a stage.
You gotta stand out though.
Exactly. That's my point. You gotta really prepare for something like that because it's like, okay, there's you and probably 5,000 other artists out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm a fan of like a little bit smaller, more intimate stuff because you got a better opportunity to actually stand out. You get what I'm saying?
You want the attention on you. They focus on you like, okay, we know who we came for. You go out there, people can see you or whatever, but it's a lot of eyes on a lot of people for them to pay attention to.
Exactly. And if someone like myself, a radio personality or a DJ, I'm going to have a bazillion artists coming up to me. By the time the 10th one, I'm be like, oh, Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Burnt out.
You're going to be burnt out. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So so you're going to be out there shooting some visuals, though.
Yeah, I'm shooting some visuals because we got to get a lot of videos out. We got a lot of songs we done got done. Got to send them out to get mixed and mastered. But
yeah,
we ready to put them out. Ready for folks to see out now.
You got to, bro. When you touch back down in Memphis, what are you going to be working on?
I'm trying to work on the project, really. See what I'm headed. I know I'm finna go drop a video.
Okay.
And I'm really working on finding a producer. Yeah, that fits me.
Somebody that you can actually get in the studio with and cook up with?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it if you can. You know what I'm saying? I understand you might connect with some producers outside your city and you got to work with what they send you, or you can give an idea. But I think actually being in the studio with them, cooking up with them is the best vibe, period.
Best vibe. You can get straight to it.
Nah, for real. Absolutely. Do you have any other business ventures? I know you got your label. You know what I'm saying? You're a risk taker over here. You know what I'm saying? Any other business ventures that you're tapping into that you can tell us about?
Yeah, so right now, I'm the record label stuff, selling the brand,
Yeah, I like that logo too. It's really dope.
Yes, ma'am. And then going into my dad on some tequila, Disbelief tequila.
Okay.
Gonna be putting that out. It's
nice.
It's in Chicago right now, doing some in New Orleans. So we're gonna be doing some business with that, just pushing the Disbelief tequila and stuff like that.
That's important because we can't just do one thing, right?
You gotta have income coming in. It costs a lot of money to do this music stuff.
Woo, Lord, it's a very expensive business, y'all. Especially as an artist.
It costs a lot of money. You got to book everything. You want to get seen, it costs thousands of dollars to get seen. Travel costs, everything. It
really, really, really does. And it's sad because some of these artists think they can do it purely off talent, and that's just not the case. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard work. Talent get you somewhere, but it's really hard work to get you everywhere.
Absolutely. Because I'm just going to dive in on that for a second. honestly, there's some artists that I think their music is okay. It's not the best, but their work ethic makes me a huge fan of them because they work so hard and they invest in their career and they're always doing shows. I'm just like, you can't help but respect it.
That's how I want to come out, like real hard working, you know, see my face everywhere. Like, he was just, I met him doing this. Oh, he was doing this too.
Exactly.
Like, everywhere.
Yeah, you got to have your face in as many good spots as possible. That's what you got to do. What about you, man? Any other business ventures besides music that you're tapping into?
Like he said, tapping into that disbelief tequila.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all be doing shots.
Something like that.
I don't really drink like that. I don't really drink like that.
Me neither. I can't no more. I could do it when I was young, but now I'm a little OG, boy. I can't recover like I used to.
I know people love alcohol, so that's something that's going to sell. You feel me?
Exactly. Music and alcohol go together. You go to the club, you listen to music, you go to the bar, you grab a drink, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Most definitely. So that's something that you're tapped into as well. That's dope, man. So the song that you guys got pushing right now, tell us a little bit about it.
The You Ain't Never. It's called You Ain't Never. It's a freestyle. I just came with the topic like You Ain't Never. Cause we was in New Orleans. You know, New Orleans kind of like a little hard gangster city too.
Yeah.
But we from Memphis, you know. So I was like, let's do something for the streets. Cause you know, I do more versatile stuff. I try to do a lot of, I say radio music.
Yeah, absolutely you do.
Cause I like for a bigger audience, but I want to do something for the streets. Some people can tap in back home and stuff like that. Cause everybody ain't bumping the radio. In Memphis, they like a lot of street stuff. So they can, you know, ride in the car with, you know, 10 and probably smoke to or something.
That's
like
your
that.
most organic fan base, Slick, is the streets.
Yeah, the streets. So we did that. So we went there and freestyled it. So it was basically like, it's a lot of stuff people can relate to. You know, if you in their life, you can relate to it.
Absolutely. Well, before we get into that, you know, there's 3 things we got to do before we get up out of here. Social media and all that's going to be included. Is there anything else that you got coming up or that you want to let the people know? Look into the camera and tell these people, you know, whatever it is that you might want them to know.
Man, I just want y'all to know, me and HP Debo, Nero Glace, we next big thing coming up type stuff.
Yeah.
The next big thing got in Memphis. We ain't got to follow nobody trend. We ain't got to sound like the next person. Everything authentic, raw and uncut.
And they're major risk takers, and I love that.
Do good business.
RTO.
RTO, man. Can they buy the merch?
They can buy the merch. I got a website. It'll be on my Instagram, Nero.Glace1. So it'll be in my link in bio. We got a website, rtlrecordsllc.com.
Okay. Tell them real quickly about your name, how that came about.
As far as my artist name or the RTO?
Nero Glace. How did that come about?
Really, my name at first was like Duke Diesel, but I had to change because it was too close to Duke Deuce. You know, he from Memphis
Right.
too.
You didn't want no confusion.
I didn't want no confusion. Then also with Diesel, a lot of, you know, fuel company trucks pop up when you look up. So when I researched the
This
name.
guy is so on it, boy.
Yeah, so when I made my name, it's French and Italian. Nero Glace, so it means black ice.
Ooh, that's hard.
Because usually I'm real quiet, you know, reserved. You know, it sneak up on you like
Yeah.
black ice. You ain't going to see it coming.
But not for real.
So when you look at my name on Nero Glace, you ain't going to find nobody but me. I'm the only person. I made sure I was the only name that popped up on Spotify, Apple Music. Because I don't want nobody to get confused on my music getting stuck on nobody else's profile. Because I had a lot of problems with it at first. Because a lot of people named Duke. Diesel is real common.
Absolutely, yeah. When you brand yourself, you have to do that research to make sure that there's nothing else even remotely close gonna pop up.
Nothing gonna pop up remotely close. That's 2 different languages, French and Italian.
Hey, that's your own language.
That's my own language.
Same thing, man. Look in the camera and, you know, let people know, you know, what's next for you. What you got coming up?
Man, what I got coming up is music. Stay tuned. I'm gonna have a lot of singles dropping out. I know I've been been kind of off slacking lately, but I'm gonna be coming in consistent, very consistent.
Yeah, that's the word of the day, consistent.
Finish the year out strong.
Nah, for
Very
real.
strong.
Yeah, that's big facts, man. So we got to do 3 things before we get up out of here. The first thing is, and we'll go one at a time, you know, tell everybody where they can follow you, keep up with you. I know you gave them your label situation, but tell them all your social media.
Well, Instagram, you got Nero.Glace1, Twitter, Nero Glace, everything really Nero Glace, NEROGLACE, Nero Glace. You're going to find me everywhere you want to.
Dope.
You can find me on Instagram at Hyde Park Made, HYDEPARK Made _ That's where you find me, Hyde Park. Facebook, HPG Benjamin. You know what I'm saying?
All about the Benjis, huh?
Yeah. Hyde Park what made me. The same hood from Yo Gotti.
Man, that's dope. Next thing we gotta do, who do you want to shout out to?
Who I want to shout out to? I gotta shout out Trees for making the beats. Gotta shout out HP Debo for being on the road, man. Every time I go on the road,
That's a blessing right there.
you know, gotta shout out my granddad. You know, that's the reason I'm in the music. Cause,
Y'all
you know,
are blood cousins?
Yeah.
Man, that's a blessing.
So we've been rocking, you know, since
Youngest.
rocking.
Rocking.
It's hard to find in Memphis. It's hard to find real solid folks.
Yes.
You know, take with you anywhere, and you gotta worry about watching your bag.
Period. Putting you in a compromising position.
Most definitely.
Never do that to him.
Right. You gotta look over his shoulder. He looks over yours. Make sure you guys are each other is good because it's crazy out here, as we know. You guys know that all too well. Anybody else you wanted to shout out to?
Yeah, my mama, my grandma, my sister.
Gotta shout out the family.
The family, really.
Yeah.
Family who raised me. Everybody else, you know, my cousin. You know, everybody else know they important. They know they important.
Facts. Who you want to shout out to, bro?
Hey, shout out to my mama. For real. That's my first lady. Shout out to my sister. I want to shout out to my pop. Shout out to my brother. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Draco for making some of the beats for me, for pushing me. Got me really. He the one really got me out of my comfort zone. He used to have long talks with me.
Love that.
I appreciate Nero right here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? For everything he do for me.
Yeah,
The way he hold me down.
Yeah.
I hold him down.
Give him his flowers. Y'all got to give people their flowers while they here. Because,
So,
hey, we could be here today, gone tomorrow. The only guarantee in life is that our clock will expire at some point in time. It's the only guarantee.
Gotta be real and appreciate people while they here in your face, and not afterward gotta be crying because they gone. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Absolutely.
love.
No shoulda, coulda, woulda type thing. Because, you know, you're going to,
Basically.
hey, we hard on ourselves. We're going to beat ourselves up about that. Last but not least, we live on the industry's most wanted podcast, right?
Yes,
So you got to let me know what makes you, Nero Glace, the industry's most wanted.
Cause I'm authentic. Everything I do, I put my blood, sweat, and tears into it. I don't try to cheat the game. I don't try to cheat rap. I done worked hard, to get my sound. I worked hard to get my image. I done worked hard for everything I get, as far as music wise.
Absolutely, man. Like, you appreciate it more when you work hard for it, right?
I appreciate it more because I worked hard for it. And I watch folks that got talent. I ain't do nothing with it.
Right.
That's
Real
so
talent.
sad. Absolutely. HP, what about you, bro? What makes you the industry's most wanted?
Really, I'm patient. I'm very patient, and my work ethic is crazy when
Yeah.
it comes to this music. Like, you could put me in any situation, I'm trying to find a way out.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? I come with just more than just rapping. Storytelling. I can make a song. I can understand the concept of the song. I can break down the whole song to you. So, you know what I'm saying? Very intelligent about music. So.
That's what it is, man. Well, listen, we about to get up out of here. We're going to check out this record. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you guys coming through
Yes,
today.
man, appreciate you too.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely a blessing, man. Y'all stay tuned.